Good morning, I'm Doug Yates with the Real Estate News Channel.
And I'm Mark Cunningham, Doug Yates' identical twin brother. And okay, speaking of brother.
Oh, brother. Yeah, there
Aren't
it
you
goes.
sick of the double dips, the triple dips, the half gainers or whatever, just it's ridiculous out there. All the double, triple,
Quadruple dips.
The only kind of dip I like is on my ice cream cone. Okay? So here's the thing. We've done a lot of research. That's where we've been. We've just been buried in research.
Tons of it.
And we come up with really some stunning facts.
Well, here's what we're looking at. We've got Barclays is now talking about a triple dip with a 7% decline in housing. Now, Mark, this is kind of ironic because if there's a double dip, that means there must have been some type of housing recovery, right?
Oh, yeah, recovery.
Like a recovery that we haven't seen yet.
Well, didn't you feel good about the last few months? Like we recovered fully, didn't we?
Well, yeah, I guess we were out of the recession. I didn't feel that though. But now we're supposedly entering into a triple dip. Here's the irony of this all. Mark and I have been studying some of the graphs and charts for the past 50 years. Going back to 1930, you're going to see on a graph here that if there's any type of recession or double dip, there has to be a recovery. But we don't see that. When you look at this chart, check it out. You see a steady growth. You see steady increase over the past 50 years. So anytime you see a spike where housing prices have gone up, which we obviously saw back in 2003, well, it snaps back. Anytime you see a decrease when housing prices fall, you tend to see it snap back.
Now, the one thing about this chart, though, is if you look at now where we are today, we're still above the line, right? So that means that we are actually nationally higher than where we probably should be, which is a good and bad thing. Now, if you look locally into the Las Vegas market or maybe Arizona or California, you're going to see a different tale. But what it means is that it's going to come together, which for those areas is a good sign.
Right.
For the other areas, a little bit not so good. But at least we know that if we can get back to that sweet spot where it's been, we'll be in good shape.
Right. So obviously it's going to take a little bit longer for those sand states, but overall, it's a pretty picture.
It's kind of this whole recovery, it's like we're an addict standing at the door of a rehab and going, nah, I'm good. Just being here is good enough. And then walking around and leaving. There's been no recovery. Don't trust them.
No.
I'm here with Trish Nash. She's the world famous Trish Nash. She's been on Dateline. She's everywhere. You see her name everywhere. She's been with HUD for a while now. Mm-hmm. And being part of HUD means that she's not only selling a lot of homes, but she's also educating a lot of people out there. And she's having a buyer seminar with some other agents. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
What is that all about?
Thank you, Mark. What we're going to do is this Thursday night at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 8 o'clock, we're going to be holding a buyer's workshop. And the purpose of this buyer's workshop is to educate potential buyers for this amazing program that HUD is offering. And what's happening is on November 5th, Saturday, November 5th, there's going to be over 100 properties auctioned of HUD homes. And here's the wonderful part of it is HUD has authorized the $100 down program. And this is only going to happen for this day only on owner-occupant purchases.
Wow, so that's like rolling the clocks back to almost a basically no income or no down payment loan, basically.
Absolutely.
Everyone can subscribe $100 up.
Yes, so the purpose of our event Thursday night, this Thursday night, it's going to be held at iMortgage from 6 to 8 o'clock, and the address is going to be on the screen for you, as well as the phone number to RSVP. But the purpose of this event is to educate potential buyers on the program and on the auction and what to do to prepare themselves for an auction. For example, one of the things that's very important is they need to be pre-qualified. They have to have a pre-qualification letter with them to go to the auction. So we're going to be educating your buyers, or if you're a buyer watching this, we're going to be educating you on what to do for this upcoming auction. The auction is going to be held November 5th. It's going to be held at the JW Marriott in Summerlin on Rampart. And there will be 2 auctions. The first one will be at 11 a.m., and that is going to be for owner-occupant purchases only. So the $100 down program is going to be if you're using an FHA loan.
And they're going to need to be pre-approved within hand for them to be able to make a bid on that
Yes.
auction. Okay.
So the purpose of our meeting on Thursday is to help them understand what they need to do so when they're ready, when they go there, they're going to be ready. Then on November 5th for the auction, there's going to be a second auction, and that's going to be at 3 o'clock. And that is going to be for investors. So if you have investors, if you're an investor, you can still take part of this auction because of the fact that the 3 o'clock auction will be for investors.
So they can contact you or your team to find out what homes are being represented in that auction, correct?
Yes. As a matter of fact, they can go to my website and they can actually find the brochure of all of the properties that are going to be auctioned. And my website is trishnash.com. Trishnash.com. Front home page, you'll see a click on link that you can go and get all that information.
Fantastic. And there's going to be some open houses as well, too, between now and then for some of the homes, right?
Yes, every day we've been having open houses on all of these properties. So this is a great opportunity for you or your buyers to go preview these properties prior to the auction. And they can go to the Hudson and Marshall website. They can look at the properties, pictures of the properties.
Well, I don't know why you wouldn't go to this, and I don't know why you wouldn't bring your buyers out there, especially those that want to be owner-occupied. Give me a break. If they don't have the $100, tell them to look in the couch or something. You can find $100. And this is rare. HUD doesn't do a lot of this stuff, right?
No.
I mean, this is a big deal. It's not just your normal, auction REO stuff. So come check it out. Thursday, you get to meet the world famous Trish.
Thanks, Mark.
The Second Amendment has been very controversial in this country. We know that. However, we believe in the right to bear arms. Now,
See my arms?
not those arms. Not those arms. But, yeah. Cute.
Embarrassing.
The arms of weapons. Guns. Now, yeah, those types of arms. Here's the reason why it was even put into our Constitution. Number one, our forefathers came from a tyrannical government, a government where they had such control that they did not allow the freedoms that we are allowed in this country. So the forefathers realized they needed to put in some type of provision that allows the individual to protect himself from anybody or anything. It also allows the individual to protect themselves as we the people from a tyrannical government. So that's important to know.
Either that or does it allow them to actually arm tyrannical governments or those that are controlled by the cartel? Because apparently the ATF and the Attorney General's office, it appears, seem to be willing to do that as well.
Not those arms.
Oh.
Hey, we want to thank you once again for watching our show with us today, and we want to thank our sponsor, Exit Las Vegas Realty Center, where Exit Realty produces agents like Trish Nash, where she's in the top, 5% of the country.
Wow. Yeah, she does really well, no doubt, because of all the great tools and all the support that Exit has to offer all of their agents. And speaking of support to agents, how about our sponsors down below? We've got some great title company. We've got a great credit repair company. And no doubt a wonderful home warranty company that is just really very, very well done. So check them out. Like us on Facebook. Just like us, period. We'll see you later.
Have a great day. See ya! So So, Governor Romney, it's good to be back with you again in these presidential debates.
Yeah, well, how you doing there, Governor Perry? You've been beat up pretty good there the last few weeks.
We've been at each other's throats, but let me tell you, I do have a plan that is going to knock the socks off you. In fact, it's probably going to bury you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear this wonderful plan.
Well, we've all heard about this 999 plan out there from this guy named Kane. Nobody really knows who he is. Well, I have changed it, I have revamped it, I have dissected it, and switched it around to the point where I've got the plan of 666.
Yeah, and I'm the one that's not supposed to be Christian? Good luck with that.